What's up guys, it's me Anthony Jones, and today I'm back with a skateboard related video on our brand new skateboard bench. Well, not brand new, but new to your viewing eyes, similar to the one that we had back in the skate shop. It's kind of nice to be sitting on one again in front of a camera. But today I got a very special item, purchased this myself yesterday actually at LA Skate Co. The brand new Powell Peralta Dragon wheels. If you don't already know, most people do, these wheels have been the hot new thing in skateboarding, the hot new topic, because a lot of people are saying these are game changer. And one of the best wheels, one of the wheels that they foresee almost everybody riding until another company has created something similar to this in this caliber. The wheel is supposed to be something that is super universal, that can be used out in the streets, out in the park, giving you that smooth ride, but as well that slick feeling that you need when doing certain tricks, and just all around being a good wheel. For me personally, my main thing is I want something that I could ride anywhere. This wheel feels like it was almost targeted me, because I was switching between so many different wheels, mini logos, 101As, to then wanting something more slick, like I think I got the Bones 103As. I had a bad accident actually on those 103As at a park because it was such a slick park and it just flew out. Any stone as well that would hit, I would hit with that board if I was out street skating. It sucked. In certain cases, really great, because I needed that slickness of a 103A when learning certain tricks, like really nice back 180s over stuff. And so yeah, it was great. But now I've ended up actually switching, and I purchased these, I'm pretty sure last year? Spitfire Classics, 54 millimeters, 99As. That's why I've been riding on this board. And actually, since I haven't ridden in a while, I'm gonna get out there and show you guys me riding just my board, the setup right now as it is. Then we'll put on the Dragons. But yeah, I've been really liking these because my dad has always ridden Spitfires, had Classics actually, and I personally really like the feeling of them. A 99A in a street environment, which is most of the time where I'm skateboarding, not a park. It makes it really nice, makes it more smooth where I can still slide a little bit, but I want to see if these wheels do any trick to make it more of a fun experience for me to go out and skateboard. So without further ado, let's get on my deck, and I'm gonna ride around and show you guys me getting back into this, getting back used to this board, and then we're gonna throw me right off and put some new ones right on it. So let's get out there. All right, so a bit rusty. But still nice and fun. This ground is really nice and fun. This is just our driveway. It's just a normal concrete, and it is pretty smooth with some rough patches here and there. And then some areas where it's really smooth. Like I had an accident a little bit right there where the board just kind of slid out from under my feet randomly. Just because it is a little uneven here. It's a little different of a surface, but for the most part, it's just pretty consistent, pretty smooth, pretty darn similar to a park material, I'd have to imagine. Now we're gonna go compare it to the actual streets here. So let's go cruise. Firstly, pants and black shirt was a terrible idea in this weather. Secondly, this is extremely hard to skate on. If I wanted to ride this, I'd have to be coming down that hill. And even still, it's like shaking my legs. But at least at that speed, I'm not having to push a bunch coming down a hill. When I was just skating around here, I had to push a lot and especially get quite a bit of speed just to do a power slide that I felt was like similar to one that was over on the other terrain. And ollies, I don't even feel really comfortable doing that on just flat ground like this. I'd have to like really push myself just to get the consistency of the board with my legs. It's really tough. It's really tough on here. Like I would land and they would just stick to the ground. So it wasn't that fun. But anyways, now that we have that out of the way, I'm gonna go on the much smoother road over here behind me and hopefully have a much more fun time with it up until coming back to this ground. So let's go and skate over there. All right, so this was the most fun ground to skate on, and I think as well I have some bias towards that because when we were living down in San Diego, the northern San Diego area, this is the exact roads that I was skating on during that time, and I love them. They're just so smooth, perfect I feel for these wheels in particular, the 99As, because I feel like I can slide and have full control of my board, especially when I was just doing like an ollie. I knew like what speed I was going at. I knew where my board was gonna be in order to do that trick. But the issue is that I won't always have this pavement to rely on, you know, especially because this is only one single road in our neighborhood that has this. So this will be a good test to see if it's just like this with the other wheels for comparing them to my Spitfires. And then hopefully a rougher ground will even be better. But real quick, I do want to do a sidewalk test because sidewalks are something that, you know, if I'm gonna be getting around town, I'm gonna have to be riding on them. So let's go do that. So, pretty nice. What I do have to say though is the cracks do get actually a lot bigger than what I thought. Usually California is like known for their slivers of cracks, and then back in Ohio we had really large ones. And while sometimes it's kind of fun, you know, to have that feeling, especially when I go for like a manual, I pop one right before and then see how many I can get past. But in some of those instances, especially coming back up, it really wore me out. I had to do at least like 3 pushes to get at what I felt was a comfortable speed where I could ride and just hit over those cracks. And that was just like, that was a lot. That wore me out actually a little bit there. So hopefully we'll see how the wheels do. Maybe they'll make that experience in the much rougher areas a lot better, while also keeping the experience I like in the smooth areas just swell. Let's get going. All right, so having ridden my old setup with the Spitfire Classics, I am very anxious and very ready to put these new wheels up to the test. So I forget if I said this already, but I went with the 56 millimeters. Those are a conical shape, and all these right now, not sure if they're gonna be making more in the future of various durometers, but these are the DF93As. So that's what I got. That's what I'm gonna put on this board. I know it's a bit different. I know it won't be the exact same of a good comparison because I did have 54s on here, But I did want to go back to a bigger wheel. Conical shape is a little bit more of my wheelhouse and what I like for certain tricks. And I think it'll be better of a riding experience. But I'll keep that in mind that these being a bigger wheel might have some difference in the way that they ride and feel in certain areas. But I think with some of the tough terrain that we endured while doing our tests, I don't think it'll really matter, but I'll just keep those in mind. So let's get these opened up. Let's get this going. Out of the package, they look so much better. And yeah, they are. They're soft. New wheels. There we are. 56 millimeters. Kind of big on this, but I have done that before, so we'll see. Gonna go take this out for a spin and do very similar stuff on the same exact terrain as I did with my Spitfire Classics. Let's go. All right, here it goes. That is gnarly. Yeah, I think it needs to be, this needs to be set. This is something that just really caught my, this is a different wheel. This is something I've never even I've felt. This is a totally different feeling from a hard wheel to just a soft wheel. For some odd reason, it felt super nice and squishy. I can't wait to see this on the rougher ground. It felt really squishy. Even my turns felt like I felt like I was sinking into the wheel almost. It was bizarre feeling. But mainly with the sliding, like people were saying, it's smooth. It's different. It's a different kind of smooth. Smoother than my 99As, but it's weird. It feels soft but smooth at the same time. It kind of, I think I need to adjust to it almost, and I need to ride it for a few more. So this will be good to go on different ground and different surfaces and really give it a proper test, because I think these wheels definitely deserve it. And so far, really good. I want to really try it on the rougher ground now. Let's go. Whoa. Filming, right? Can you show real quick this crack right here? I'm able to just easily go up that right now. Little bit of a hiccup, but if I can explain it or compare it, it was like a big crack feeling, like some of the bigger cracks in the sidewalk I was having to get over on the 99As. So that might be just because it's a bigger wheel. But I think the softness also just kind of lessens the impact, you know? This ground, it feels different, you know, it's a softer wheel, but I didn't expect actually a 93A to feel as soft as it does. I would have thought that would have been if you're talking the numbers, you know, of a 78A, I would have thought this was somewhere an 85, you know? But for it to be classified as a 93A of whatever special formula is going on here, this is nuts. And then again, it's just such a smooth riding experience. And then when you power slide on this rough ground, It just happens. You just do it. It feels like a totally different power slide though. It doesn't feel like the same power slide that you do on other normal skateboard wheels. Definitely cool. We're gonna do more. We're gonna do the really smooth ground now and see how it stacks up and what the feeling is, because I really liked that ground on my Spitfires. So hopefully that stays the same with these. Let's go. That was fast. I don't know if you noticed it or if you caught that. I actually the board like slid like a little bit. And I was like, I've almost freaked out. I was like, that's what killed me on my 103s, you know? That's what got me slammed. So the fact that it felt, again, it's a different type of slide. You feel like you're more in control, like you know where the board's going with it. It's pretty gnarly. And then the smooth experience on this, it just feels the same, almost the exact same as my 78As, because already you're on a smooth terrain. This smooth of the wheel on this is just like, you're floating. You're able to ride. Like I think I got what, 2 pushes and I came all the way up here or something. And I got a manual in. Like that's pretty unreal. That's pretty tight. We're gonna have to give this the sidewalk test now, because I feel like the sidewalk is gonna destroy it, you know? And that's gonna be the biggest part, is the ride, you know? The riding experience anywhere. So let's go hit that up. Sidewalks are fast. Faster going down, faster going up, just as like I suspected, you know, with how the wheel was performing. And I could still hear the cracks, like I like it, but the feeling you get from them, you like feel the bump, but it feels like a smoother bump. It doesn't feel like a really like jittery like bump, you know. It feels like you just like rolled over it, you know. Feels good, feels really nice. It's exactly what I could ask for, and that's very weird and very strange to like say that, but it's just, it is. Like this is the wheel, you know, and if everybody else is recommending it, you know, then yeah, I think there's really something to it. So let's go back and I'll conclude this video. Well, all right, those are the Powell Dragons. I guess like my dad, who filmed this, we were talking afterwards after filming that last segment, and he told me, he was like, it just seems like you didn't really like want to believe the hype, like, did you? And I was just like, well, with some people's videos, it felt like they were either like overhyping it, and there are some people who are just like kind of talking about it like they didn't like it, but trying to feed into the hype. So I wanted to come into this as like really as clean as possible. That's why I wanted to start on my board the way it was, and especially for me having not skated in such a long time, I felt like it really gave me a non-biased like point of view at all. Especially as well, I'm not good at skateboarding by any means. I can skateboard, I can get around, I can do a few tricks. I'm just your average skateboarder, you know? So I'm gonna just be like, how's the riding experience? Does it make me feel like I'm having more fun? these wheels do it. George Powell and everybody who was behind this wheel, thank you. In a way, you know, it's like you guys made something that genuinely feels amazing, and that makes me want to actually ride again and feel like I can ride again, and as well feel like I can get back into tricks and it be a nice experience. Like I was like even just like amazed at how much better it felt to just ollie on these wheels. It feels like you get a like almost a squishier, like, you know, you get a bounce from it because it's a squishier wheel. And then when you land, it just felt nice. It didn't feel like on a 78A when I'm trying to ollie on my Vision that I like land and I kind of like bounce a bit, you know. This just feels like it was a nice soft landing, you know. It felt great. And riding around, just cruising, is gonna be a next level experience. It's gonna be much easier on me, and just make my skateboarding last longer, which I couldn't ask for more. So those are the wheels. I'm highly gonna recommend them, and especially if you're just a skateboarder who does a lot, you know, different things and doesn't have, like, let's say a wheel preference, like, go and try them out, you know. You'll probably have a lot of fun with them, especially if you want a extremely casual riding experience in anything, you know. I feel like I'm not gonna have to fear when I go to a park if I'm gonna slide out of a trick, or if I'm here and I'm gonna like stick too much to the ground, or not be able to even ride certain terrain. This is great. I feel like I can go anywhere and ride. And that's exactly what I feel like skateboarding should be about. It should feel like, you know, for people, is that you can go out on the board and ride basically anywhere you desire to a certain extent. So thank you to all of you who ended up watching this video. I really appreciate it. I don't know how many people are gonna watch this video, but I hope that whoever does, and you know, you guys enjoyed it. You know, you enjoyed it, maybe you learned something from it, and leave a comment down below on that, you know. If you enjoyed the video, you got something out of it. If you got the wheels, you know, what do you like about them? Just let's have a really awesome discussion down below. Like the video if you liked it, and share it with friends, and of course we'll see you with more videos, maybe skateboarding related, in the future. Thanks guys.